We used to have God of War that was very violent, very fun to play, and badass. But apparently Sony wanted to make God of War into My Little Pony or something like that. Just looking at this post from Santa Monica Studios tells a lot about the story. They never expect the cube flank. For real. This is this is a post for God of War. That is the most millennial writing ever. It's basically the same thing as well, that just happened. Or he's behind me, isn't he? I mean, come on, we are talking about God of War. God of War is not a modern Marvel movie. Or maybe they want it to be?
I'm Jack Quaid, and I play Frank in God of War Laufey.
So in case you didn't know, Jack is an actor. So if you wonder why your games are so expensive, this is why. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't care about movies, about actors. I care about gameplay, about video games. And second, this is like a Disney movie, Beauty and the Beast. When you have magical whatever stuff, a washing machine, and whatever, a ribbon, you will see later. And also, it wasn't just me, and a lot of people think that the writing is like Forspoken. And I just noticed that the name of the protagonist from Forspoken is Frey, and the protagonist from God of War is Laufey. It's like they wanted to make Forspoken Part 2, and nobody wanted that, so they are making God of War to be Forspoken Part 2.
Shit with my freaking mind! You know where I am?
In Alao, and I play Rue in God of War Laufey.
And you're a talking sword.
I'm not the sword.
Let's make things clear again. This is God of War, and we are talking with a ribbon and a cube. From being a very violent God of War that was fighting gods and killing them, and a lot of monsters and a lot of violent things, now we fight with a cube and a ribbon. We barely see any blood, we barely see any real violence. I mean, let's be real, they are fighting, but almost nothing happens. This is not God of War. I think this should be called Laufey Goes on a Magical Adventure or something like that, because yeah, this is pretty gay.
You touch me again, and I swear, I will kill you.
They really think stuff like this is badass. Getting hit, spitting blood, and saying, if you touch me again, I will kill you. Yeah, I'm sorry, but she is not intimidating at all. And again, how can this be intimidating or badass or whatever when the rest of the game looks like a movie game? Like a Disney movie game.
Just be careful.
Fresh air. Oh, you're different.
You're a cube. Talking. You know what? It doesn't matter.
But for real, what do we expect when these are the creators? No real God of War fan will look at this and then this and think everything's okay. The colors, the atmosphere, the action, the blood, the sex, nothing is the same. And I don't care about Kratos being older, because when somebody becomes older, they don't become a pussy. Now let's talk about something more obvious. Why did they make Laufey so ugly? Their Santa Monica account even reposts uglier photos of Laufey. And no, it is not about sexualizing a female character or making her look like a whore with a lot of skimpy outfits. We never ask for that. We just prefer our characters to look decent, like this image. Sony used to be a platform preferred by most developers, and I loved it because it was a platform for everybody. By everybody I meant that it was for gamers that wanted a JRPG, an action game, a platformer, or whatever. You used to see a lot of releases. Even if it wasn't released by Sony, it was released for Sony. But now they are rarely releasing a game because they prefer to make a movie game with a lot of actors and a huge budget. But that game is not a video game, it is more of a movie, and it also costs a lot of money to make. That means that they have to take the money from other projects, and I mean that they cancel other projects and they focus only on one huge project. Doing so means that you must make a game that is very friendly, a game that doesn't offend anybody, a game that doesn't have violence, bad words, new stuff. And this is the main reason why games like this will always fail. Because we need video games, not movies. I don't want to talk with cubes or ribbons. I want to kill monsters and gods. I want a lot of action and I want a badass character. Kratos can still be badass and a father. The problem is that Sony doesn't have talented people that can make that happen. I mean, did you see the creators? Do you think the creators know what badass means? Apparently they know what a baddie means, or a bad girl, or whatever, spec me daddy, because that's what Luffy is. Luffy is a baddie, not a badass. Luffy looks like somebody that drinks too much, then goes to argue with people at the fast food joint. And yeah, I don't want a you go girl, badass, baddie, whatever. I want a god of war. A god of war that kills everything that stays in his way. He is not making friends with a stick or a round thing or I have no idea. For real now, why would you want to put that thing in oh my fucking god. In God of War, for real, making friends with the cube and the ribbon. Of course they didn't want to make a new game calling it Luffy and her magical journey. Because at least now they can use the God of War IP. And many people will still pay for it, just because it says God of War. This is why it deserves the hate, because we didn't get God of War. They instead used the money to make this. And again, I repeat, don't get me wrong, it's not that I want Kratos instead of her, I want the old Kratos. I don't want the pussification of Kratos. From what I saw, PlayStation 5 sold a lot of consoles. I think it is the best sold console. I don't know, I don't care to check it. But my point is that it says a lot if people don't buy the games. We barely get any new releases. So these are good reasons why Sony should have record-breaking sales for every game. They have the best-selling console. It is very expensive to buy a PC. And we also don't have a lot of releases. So what can we buy? It is very clear that people do not like the new Sony. Gamers don't want censorship. Gamers don't want movies. We want video games. But all we get is diversity and inclusion. All we get is how ugly can the female characters be, and how pussies can the male characters be. And a lot of DEI ideology forced into the games, and a lot of incompetent people hired because DEI, instead of talented people with passion. No developer working on games like this likes games. If they do, then why would you want to make your female characters ugly and masculine, and make the male characters be pussified, or find a way to delete them?